Been almost 2 years, but we finally got our first full pallet of eggs. Hello farmers, welcome back to East Vineland where the rain has arrived. At the end of the last episode, I took on all those harvesting contracts and the rain was going to come here at noon, which it did. I was hoping to get up to $300,000 from all the contracts I was doing, and well, we got to $373,000. The harvesting contracts did well. The straw, the straw is a strong one. Let's go ahead and look at the financial page, and I'll go over what we've been kind of doing and where the money's all come from. We were sitting around like just shy of 200,000, I think 198,000. Let's see. So far this month, 4,500. That was for the pressure washer that we bought at the end of last episode. Let's see. Production cost. That's for a fuel refinery. $1 for vehicle production or vehicle running cost. Sold bales. Yeah, $83,682 from sold bales so far. Sold products. This is all from our fuel refinery selling energy. And then if we come on down here, harvest income. That's from the extra grain coming out the fields. But we're not done. We'll see that in just a moment. Contract income, almost $66,000. And the miscellaneous, I had a couple contracts. I'm glad when I had a whole bunch of contracts piled up. I took pictures of it because a couple of the contracts disappeared. So I had to add in the contracts. Currently, we still have, hopefully it's still there, right? I still got to collect on one more contract. I did harvesting in field 113. And that field down here, that was a big field. And that was a lot of straw. I think I had almost, let's see, I think I got somewhere around 68 bales of straw, something like that off that field. Currently, all my equipment is sitting over here. Let's jump into this. The original combine I had was a 7PT Fendt Ideal combine. But when the contract for field 113 came up, the other combine was already running and doing a whole bunch of fields. I said, well, let me get this one. So I was running two combines. And of course, I had my tractor running behind it with the baler doing straw. So yeah, we were getting a lot of contracts done. And I did a little bit of harvesting just as the rain came. The rain actually came somewhere around quarter of noon, so 11:45 in the morning. And I was still harvesting this field. As you can see, we got more straw bales to sell. Now, we're trying to get up to 420,000 today, because that means we'll be able to buy the solar panels. So, next thing I want to do, just in case this contract disappears, I got to use a T8 New Holland with that contract as well. This is the extra wheat that I have. 37,008 liters of wheat is left over. We're going to go ahead and sell that. I don't even know what the price of wheat is going for. Is this the best price? The reason why I'm here is because this is where the wheat contracts were going to. We're at South, 283, Grain Point South, 283. That's the best price right now. It's not going to be the best price, I'm sure, overall. It can get up to 395, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and sell it. What does this bring us up to? I'm going to get like 10,000 for this, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, 10,509 and 410 for the environmental score, which is good. We're going to keep on using the TA. I'm actually going to go and grab the trailer with all the bales on it, and we're going to get like 10 grand for those. So we're moving on up. So I need like another 40 grand. So the bales are going to get me like 10. I got that contract sitting there. That's like another 10. So I need somewhere almost around 20,000. And I think after the rain stops, maybe I'll get some more contracts popping up. There's plenty of contracts still going on. They're all harvesting contracts, mostly potato, and there's also a lot of contracts for cereal grain, but they're in small fields, and to be honest, I'm a little tired of harvesting. The only reason why I got that much done is I couldn't sleep the other night, so instead of just laying in bed not sleeping, I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and get up. And yeah, it took me about 4.5 hours to do all those contracts. I think it was something like 8 or 9 harvesting contracts we did. And as I finished up the fields, of course, then the farmers wanted the fields cultivated. And of course, we had the T9 with the cultivator. So I just took the cultivating job and went ahead and did the cultivating job. I did one fertilizing job. A fertilizing job came up, and I took the 710 down here and fertilized this field right here. And when I had a little bit of spare time, I went ahead with the 710, and I've already fertilized our grass fields back on our own farm. So you should be caught up to what I've been doing. Yeah, so I'm just going to round it up and say 5 hours of off-camera work of doing contracts to get us up to 384,000. So this is really good news, and meaning we should be able to buy the solar panels before winter. I mean, if I can't get another 40,000 here by winter, then something's wrong. But that also means all those silage bales that I have, those won't be going towards the solar panel field because we already have it. And that also means, since we already have the solar panel fields, that means $70,000 a month will be coming in from those alone. So good side income coming in while we're doing some side work. So I usually get about I think $11,000 for these bales. I think. See what we get here. It's 11,000 and change, I do believe. We got 11,000, 130, and 435 for the environmental score. But of course, we do have a few more bales to sell. Another 20,000. Well, 25,000, and we're there. And we are there. Now you can see all the fields that I have harvested. You can kind of see them sitting there. I got all the straw off them, of course. But when I was doing the contracts the other night, I was like, yeah, I'm almost done. Then, of course, I kept checking the contracts, and I saw field 113 come up. I go, it's probably for potatoes. And then I hit the details on the Better Contracts mod. I'm like, no, that's I was actually, yeah, that was wheat. No, it was barley. I think that was barley that was in that field. I think I did like 3 barley contracts, and the rest was wheat. Yeah, the wheat came off the field that we're currently doing. Either way, yeah, a whole bunch of cash coming on in. All right, let's go get these straw bales. We'll sell those. And then we'll probably collect on this contract here. I don't want to collect on it yet because I'll lose the T8. I don't want to get those bales sold. Just 6 more bales to sell. And then we'll collect on that contract. Let's go ahead and move these over. I don't know, 1,200 bucks for that. All right, 2,000. Not too bad. All right, let's go drop this trailer off at our farm. Collect on that contract, and then fast forward and get rid of all the rain and see what contracts do come up. I don't have anything to do in our fields currently, so we'll probably just speed up time. September, we'll be harvesting the soybeans. I do believe our soybeans will be ready in one of the fields. So we'll be sticking all those into the fuel refinery to make, of course, diesel, compost, and pig food. There we go. We can park the trailer right here. Turn the T8 off. Nice little suggestion was to park the 710 in here with the sheep. Fits in there nicely. I think my class Arion actually might fit in there. And I did get the mower and the fertilizer spreader put away into the shed as well. So the farm is nicely picked up. Everything's cramped in there kind of nicely. Let's go ahead and collect on this contract here, so we can get this a little bit closer. 12,000. Let's go ahead and collect on that. Yeah, we got a lot of harvesting contracts up. I know I mentioned in the last episode that the Better Contracts mod might be a mod conflict with the Super Strength, but I guess the Super Strength is kind of a problem for the Easy Developer mod, and you guys told me if I got the Lumberjack mod, which I already had installed, I just didn't have it activated for the series, I can get my Super Strength back. So I got that activated as well, so I got my Super Strength back, which is always nice to have in case you need it for moving a bale or getting a trailer upright. 408,000 is where we're sitting. Let's go ahead and just fast forward all the way through the rain. Yeah, so the Better Contracts mod I'm still running. I kind of like the Better Contracts mod because it does show you... Oh, whoa. Slow down time here. Oh, the rain did stop. Good. Because on more details, I noticed afterwards, like the harvesting contracts, before I was clicking on each one to see what I was harvesting. But if I turned on the more details, it'll say like, yeah, this one's for harvesting, and it tells you wheat, barley, potatoes, whatever. Cultivating. Yes, let's go ahead and that'll pay like 10 grand. So borrow items. And if we're doing one field, might as well go ahead and do another field to get that taken care of. Yeah, all the harvesting contracts. Let's see, any big harvesting contracts that's not potatoes. Just got to keep an eye on that. 10,000 for potatoes, 9,000 for potatoes, 10,000 for potatoes. New Jersey likes to plant potatoes, apparently. I thought only in Idaho. So, who knows? So, where am I going for that field? Oh, field 113. Well, I know where that field is. Let's go ahead and tab through. I'll leave my class area on right there for now. And we're using a Roslamash. Okay. Don't think I've ever used this machine. So this is going to get us really, really close. Let me just double check to see exactly what that field is. I think it's just shy of 420. Yeah, so 419, 500 is what we're looking for. Anywho, let's get over and get to cultivating. So yeah, this is going to pay us like 10 grand. And if I get the other field done as well, that's going to pay us like, what was it, 2 grand? That'll get us there just by doing these cultivating jobs. And what a beautiful day it turned into. It was just raining for about 3 hours, which is not too bad for our crops. You know, the crops do need some water here and there. So I'm going to mosey on over to field 113. And let's get started on that. And the other field is where? I think it said 39. 39. I did 39. We're going right past 39. It's actually right here. Let me go ahead and actually get field 39 done first. Well, having a little bit of an issue with the Roslamash in this cultivator. I am running it on automatic. It tends to slow down a little bit, and then it shifts gears. Then it gets back up to speed. Then it slows down again. This is a slight issue. So it might be some problematic issues when I get over to field 13. Or if it'll be just this field. Hey, I got an achievement. Probably something to do with cultivating. That's for darn sure. So this is going to be great. We're going to get the solar panels today, which means when we wake up in September, even though we're going to be broke here in just a moment after spending and buying the solar panels, we should wake up with pretty close to $30,000 in the bank account just by sleeping, which is nice. So advance we shall with the farm. So after the solar panels, save up enough money to, I think, purchase the land behind our grass field. And I still got my sheet for our discount because there are no houses or sheds or anything like that on the property. So, yeah, we're going to get a rebate on the land, which will be nice. And then we'll save up some cash for putting down sheds, getting a bigger tractor, a weed sprayer. We're going to need that for next season. Money's going to come in rather quick, and of course when January comes we're going to have all those silage bales. So by next spring we're going to see an upgraded farm for darn sure. Yeah, the T9 was doing a little bit better than this Roslamash. I don't know much about this tractor. I don't know how much horsepower it has. I don't know the model numbers that well. Is it 23? Is it 375 horsepower? Is that what it's maybe what the model number might be trying to tell me? I don't know. I'm rather excited about getting to the solar panels. I knew what we were going to be getting here in this episode when I started doing the contracts, and I was whipping through the contracts at a decent rate. The 7PT Ideal Combine, which we had, that was the first combine that I leased on the contracts at the end of last episode. And then, yeah, I did about 4 fields, and I kept checking the contracts. And then I saw field 113 come up, and I was like, okay, I'll get that done. It's like, oh, you're only going to charge me $2,000 to lease the equipment for that field? I said, well, in order to get this stuff done by noon before the rain gets here, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that 8T was the cat's meow. It was doing fantastic, and they gave me a nice. I think it was like a 40-foot wide header too that they gave me, so it made quick work of the bigger fields. So basically, I had 2 combines running. I was doing the cultivating in the T9 when I could, because I had to unload the combines, of course. I had to pick up the straw bales, make sure they weren't in the way of the combine. So I was a busy dude. First field is done. I just want to come over here and check. It's saying it's going to take me 33 minutes. Well, we'll see how long it does take me. Like I said, this is an ETA, and the Russell Mash is having a little bit of trouble hauling that around. So we'll see if I can get done. I was hoping to get done by the top of the hour so we can collect on this and get the solar panel field for our first hour, because every hour for us is going to be $3,000. So, but if we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. I'm going to keep it in real time so I can see if, what time we do get done. Now, if you are playing on East Vineland and you come over here to field 113 and you happen to use course play, just be aware on field 113, if I bring up the map here, right to the right of field 113, of course, is field 114. For some reason, course play adds that to the course for field 113. So if you're trying to run anything, so like I had the combine over here harvesting this field, and I caught it over in field 114. I was like, what's this doing over there? I checked course play. I'm like, oh, it senses that's part of this field. So just be aware of that. It's a small thing. It's going to be so good to cut back on how many contracts I'm doing in between episodes. Probably won't do as much once we get the solar panels. So then we'll be able to see all the work that we're doing. Not that I didn't mind doing 5 hours of harvesting in between last episode and this one. Definitely kept myself busy being the shuttle boy, emptying out the harvesters and picking up the straw bales, going selling the straw bales. And I'm going to be excited for getting a bigger tractor. But hey, we got lucky in the very early beginnings of East Vineland, because that class Arion was a good buy. I think we bought it for like 40 grand in the used department, used vehicles. I think actually in the middle of the day when I was doing the contracts, I did see something that was kind of interesting in the used section, but of course we're saving up definitely for the solar panels first. You can see where my combine was going over from this field into that field for harvesting. Alright, so as you saw, this contract should take me roughly about a half hour in real time. So I think if I speed it up for you guys, and we can get this done quickly, quick as we can. I don't think we're going to get there by 3 o'clock, but we'll see. I'll see you when we get near the end here, and then we'll go ahead and make ourselves a big purchase. We should have enough money at the end of this contract.
Myself to hold my hand, standing in the shadows of where we have been, sleeping with your back facing me. I know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make, and I can feel the tension every time we close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. two places all at once. Wish that what we said would come undone. Feels like our minds have been turned off. Haven't seen each other for so long. I know this is enough song. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body.
I'm definitely going to guess that we're over to 33 minutes for cultivating this field. This Ross Lamash is probably 50 horsepower under what I really need to get this field done with this cultivator. You don't think there's, in looking at the way we are now, it doesn't look like it's that steep, but when you get down to ground level, yeah, that makes a huge difference, doesn't it? How steep it is right here. Yeah, the Ross Lamash keeps downshifting, upshifting, all that stuff. If I knew a lot about manual shifting in Farming Simulator, I probably would go ahead and do it myself. I just never gotten into it yet, so I probably should look into that for future references. Anywho, it was like, what, half an hour before 3 o'clock, and we're, well, 6 minutes past 3. So I'm about 36 minutes in. I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes up and says the contract is done, I'm just going to complete it, because it's been kind of frustrating a little bit, but we're getting it done, and the end goal here, as we know, is getting the solar panel field. So, you know, it's like, you know, chasing the end of the rainbow. You know, when you get there, there's going to be a pot of gold, so that's what keeps you going. So hopefully this will be the last pass I have to do. Although I just saw it came up and said 90% done. And this is not going to take care of the whole width, but it's a big field, so I'm going to be able to get away with not having to do some of it. Actually, that's a wide enough strip. I may have to come back up the other direction a little bit to get the contract done. But either way, here in just a few minutes, we'll be rich, and then poor, but then rich again. I'm not going to do any more contracts after this one today. I think we're going to go ahead and just buy the solar panel field and just fast forward it through the month. I do want to check on the chickens. I'm pretty sure they're going to be out of sunflower seed. I don't know if that's going to hurt their productivity at all. If it does, not that big of a deal. We're not making that much money off eggs. Technically, we haven't made any money off the eggs yet. But in September, sunflower season would be here. So if I can get a contract, that'd be fine. If not, we can go on down to the store. We'll bring our trailer on down, and we can buy some sunflower to give to the chickens so they can start producing more eggs. Yeah, sure. Now that I brought you guys back, it's pulling rather well here. When we get to the end of the field down here, it does tend to downshift here and there. I'm always, as you see, I'm always usually like at this camera angle in third person. Oh, there's a contract being done. So it doesn't look like it's, you know, it's that, I don't want to say hilly, but the incline, decline. When we get down to ground level, you can kind of see we're starting to go uphill now a little bit. I will finish this row right here, and then we'll complete the contract. Yeah, sure, now it's not going to do what I've been telling you it's been doing. But either way, we are good here. I know it's going to bother some people that didn't complete the last strip, but we're good. Me and this farmer are good. Let's go ahead and collect on that. So $9,790 is what we're going to get paid. Please tell me that's enough. $426.01. Let's go ahead and buy that land right away before whoever's selling it decides to up the price of that. Let's go to here. Yes, we want to buy that. Thank you very much. What is 130? Oh, 132 is all the forest land. Ah, I gotcha. How much is the forest land? Ooh, almost $1 million. So that leaves us with 1,106. Let me go ahead and teleport to our class Arion. There we go. Not that it matters, but now that we're kind of looking, what was in here? Yeah, I was kind of interested in the Crone trailer, the autoloader. I don't know if I'm ever going to really need this, though. It's not like we're doing No Man's Land, a lot of productions. So that's what's in the store that's for sale. So, yeah, right on back down to $1,000, but every hour now. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and just make sure. Hopefully it's true, right? So when we hit top of the hour, we should get $3,000 into our bank account, so we should be at 4106. Actually, probably at 4306-ish. 4308. $200 comes from the wind turbine on top of the fuel refinery, and now $3,000 an hour from the solar panels. Just like that, yeah, the money's going to roll right on in. So speaking of rolling on in, I'm going to roll right on up to the farm. I'm going to park this stuff on up, and I think we'll go ahead and just check on the chickens, and then we'll sleep through the rest of the day into September, and we'll check on our fields to see if one of the soybean fields is ready for harvesting. And then, yeah, we should have like 30 grand when we wake up in the morning as well. No really good place for the baler, so I guess I'm going to leave that outside for now. So we'll just park it over here. And then we'll see if I can squeeze my Arion into this little corner here. Ooh, looked like there was a big spot there, but I'm thinking not so much. I mean, kind of? No, not kind of at all. Alright. Well, not too long from now, we'll have more land, start putting down some more sheds, and we're good to go. Alright, let me jump out of that. Let's go ahead and check on the animals. The sheep, as we know, are doing well. Actually, when we wake up, we should have 20 sheep. We got almost 1,000 liters of milk. The hay, they are fine. As for the chickens, all right, they just ran out of sunflower. At noon before I started, that's when I started recording. We did have some sunflower. So, still says 100% productivity. We got the grain in there. We got base food, which is cracked corn. They should be fine. And the grass fields, like I said, I got those fertilized, so those are ready for October. So enough work has been done here in August. I think it's time to go ahead, sleep the night away, wake up in September, see what's going on. Eventually we'll be getting ourselves a better little log cabin here. Yep, sleep until 8. Like I said, we should wake up with about $30,000 in the bank account at least. Okay, so 19,000. Wait, 8 o'clock? Oh, wait, I'm trying to think. Did the solar panels... When I did the testing, it was like $3,000 for every hour. Unless I'm not going to earn money at night, but I did when I did the test earlier. Either way, still not bad. Waking up with $20,000 in the bank account. Be kind of interesting to see how that goes along. The chicken's productivity, so they don't need the sunflower. I guess as long as they got grain and base food, they're fine. And yep, now we do have 20 sheep. Perfect. Let's go ahead and we'll just check the store to see what's going on there. And nothing there that we're really interested in. But the one thing I am interested in is our soybean ready, and it doesn't look like it is. It is not. I thought it was going to be ready. So that means October is going to be a busy month for us because that's a lot of grass work to do. And the soybean harvest. How's this field doing down here? And this is one growth stage behind. Alright, well, that means maybe some contract work in this month. Just for curiosity, what do we have for contract work? I probably won't do any off-camera. Some cultivating jobs, but they're not paying well enough. And I feel like I've done enough of those. Potatoes, 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 potatoes. Sunflower. But that's a small field. I won't get much sunflower off that. Plowing contracts. Well, that's something I can do because we got a plow. We got a tractor. So we may start doing that by beginning of next episode. But the solar panel field is ours. I just thought we'd be up a little bit higher than we were when we woke up. But either way, I think we made like about 15,000. Yeah, something like 15,000. So I think at the end of this month, what I'll have to do is we'll have to wait until it gets to be nighttime and see if I get $3,000 because there's solar panels. It's solar panels, so they may not earn energy or make money at nighttime, even though it did when I tested it before. But it is what it is. We'll make enough money, so maybe my calculations are off a little bit. But either way, that solar panel field is going to help us out quite a bit. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in east of Vineland. But until then, have a good one.